Assalamu alaikum guys, a very quick video. A friend of mine that I've recently been speaking to, he sent something quite bizarre to me. After watching everything that's going on in Burma with the Rohingya refugees, with the situation in Bangladesh right now, 500,000 people that have been displaced, 500,000 people that don't have a place to stay, in what is at this moment in time, heavy rainfall, muddy conditions. He saw all this situation and said, you know, I wish I could do something. I wish I could help in some way. And I said, well, were you planning on going out? He said, no. I said, were you planning on setting up a fundraising page? He said, no. I said, were you planning on helping out a charity that's doing some event or something? He said, no. I said, have you made a donation? He said, I haven't got round to it yet. And my answer to him was, you know, you need to stop wishing. You need to stop wishing that you could do something and just do something. There's so many different ways to help those Rohingya refugees right at this moment in time. Do not sit at home and think, you know, the problem's so big, especially when we hear these numbers, 500,000 people. It's a lot of people, a lot of people. I'm from Bradford. That's the entire population of Bradford is living as a refugee right now. That's a lot of people. Don't feel that that's a big number, because you know what, you're not going to be able to help everybody. No matter what we do at this moment in time, it's going to be near impossible to help every single person there. The complexities that exist there and the number of people that are affected is just too big. But you know what, forget that. Forget that for a moment. You as an individual, what are you doing right now? You're a smart person, you're an intelligent person, you've got a business, you've got an enterprise, you've got a project, you've run a school, you're a teacher, you're a university educated person, you've been to school, you're in sixth form. Whatever you're doing, there's going to be some way for you to get involved. And a great way to do that, if you haven't already made a donation, if you haven't already set up a fundraising page, is to do those two things. Because all said and done, that's going to make the most difference. There's good teams on the ground, there are good organizations on the ground, there's reputable organizations on the ground that are doing all the hard work. They need to make sure they've got the ammunition. They need to make sure they've got the fuel that's going to keep them going. And that, unfortunately, is donations. You need to be those people that either donating yourself or setting up fundraising pages and encouraging every single other person to make a donation. Whether that's doing something at office. I've just signed up a school that's going to be working with us, and they're doing give up something for the weekend. So in their school, they're setting up a little program. Every child is going to give up something over the weekend. They're going to go PlayStation, they might give up candy, they might give up chocolate, they might give up TV or social media or their mobile phones or whatever it might give. They're going to give up something and then ask people to make a donation towards or sponsor them in some way. So they've thought of a way to be able to make sure that they can get something. And you need to do the same. You need to do the same. If you're a businessman, look at how you can have some impact on those people. If you're a student, look at what you can do at university. If you're in a school, see what you can do at your school. But there's so many different ways to get involved. This is not the time to sit back and think, you know what, I'm overwhelmed with the sheer scale of this problem that I'm not going to be able to do anything. You're in the best country in the world to be able to do something. Nobody is stopping you from fundraising. Nobody is stopping you from raising awareness. Nobody is stopping you from creating a group and actually doing something actively out there. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. You are privileged to be in that situation. So let's exploit that situation. Let's make the most of that situation. Let's make sure that we don't look back in 15, 20, 50 years' time, and when our kids and great-grandchildren ask us, you know, what were you doing at that time? How did you help the Rohingya refugees? And we don't really have an answer, because, you know, I'm so overwhelmed with the situation that I wish I could have done something. I wish it's not good enough, unfortunately. Let's be part of the solution, and let's not worry about the problem so far.